What if the chaos in your life is actually the first layer of your masterpiece? Welcome back to our channel, Creative Vibes Only, the space where color becomes emotion, movement becomes meaning, and every brushstroke becomes a reminder that your life, just like great abstract art, does not need to be perfectly understood to be deeply beautiful. Today, I want you to imagine the blank canvas in front of you not as something empty, but as something infinite, alive with possibility, waiting for courage more than perfection. This is the essence of motivational abstract art. It is not about painting what the eye can already see. It is about revealing what the soul has always felt. Every modern masterpiece begins in uncertainty, in the same way every meaningful life begins in unanswered questions. The first mark on a canvas is never about control. It is about trust. Trusting your instinct, trusting your hand, trusting the unknown path of expression, and most importantly, trusting that even chaos can become elegance when given patience and intention. As an artist, I have learned that the boldest works are rarely planned in detail. They emerge through rhythm, through risk, through fearless experimentation with texture, contrast, shape, and emotion. And that is exactly how personal growth works too. You do not become extraordinary by waiting until everything makes sense. You become extraordinary by daring to begin while everything still feels abstract. The splashes of crimson, the waves of cobalt, the fractured gold lines cutting through darkness, these are not random. They are visual echoes of resilience, of pain transformed into power, of confusion refined into identity. Modern abstract art teaches us something deeply motivational. Meaning is not always obvious in the moment, but with distance, perspective, and courage, the bigger picture always starts to reveal itself. Sometimes your life looks like scattered paint. Sometimes your goals feel like disconnected shapes floating in empty space. Sometimes your energy arrives in rough textures and unfinished edges, but that does not mean it lacks beauty. In fact, those very imperfections are often the birthplace of originality. The trendy aesthetic of today's abstract movement celebrates authenticity over symmetry, emotion over imitation, and fearless presence over polished predictability. What makes a piece modern is not merely its palette or composition, but its honesty. The same is true for you. What makes your journey powerful is not how flawless it appears, but how truthfully it reflects your evolution. Every layer you add to the canvas is like every lesson you survive in life. Some layers disappear beneath others, hidden but essential. Some remain visible, bold, and defining. Yet every single one contributes to the final work. Never underestimate the invisible layers of your growth, the quiet discipline, the private healing, the moments you kept going when no one applauded. Those are the underpaintings of greatness. When I create abstract work, I often step back and allow the piece to speak before I interfere. That silence, that observation, that willingness to let the art become what it wants to be is a lesson we all need. Not every season of life is meant for force. Some seasons are meant for flow. There is power in allowing your path to unfold organically, like ink finding its own way through water, like color gradients blending without resistance. Motivation is not always loud. Sometimes it is soft, atmospheric, like muted beige against storm gray, like pale blush dissolving into shadow. Sometimes progress looks like stillness, but beneath the stillness, transformation is happening. Acrylic cracks become rivers of character. Metallic accents become scars turned into design. What once felt broken becomes the focal point. This is why abstract art resonates so deeply in modern creative culture. It mirrors the nonlinear truth of becoming. There is no single formula, no fixed perspective, no one right interpretation. The viewer brings meaning and the artist brings courage. In your own life, you are both. You are the creator of the story and the one discovering what it means. So when the future feels unclear, remember this. Clarity is often born through movement, not before it. Put down the first stroke. Start the project. Speak the idea. Take the risk. Layer the impossible color over the safe background. Let your instincts challenge your habits. Trendy art is driven by fearless contrast, the unexpected collision of softness and intensity, minimalism and explosion, silence and statement. Your growth thrives the same way. You need both discipline and spontaneity, both vision and vulnerability. Some of the most captivating abstract canvases are built from moments that seemed like mistakes. A drip becomes a direction. A smear becomes momentum. A collision of tones becomes depth. What if the parts of your life you call mistakes are simply the beginnings of a more original composition? What if the detours are not distractions, but design elements in a masterpiece you are still becoming? This is the mindset of the modern artist. We do not fear the unexpected, we collaborate with it. We turn accidents into aesthetics. We transform emotional noise into visual harmony. We learn that not every answer must be literal to be powerful. The reason abstract art continues to dominate modern interiors, digital aesthetics, fashion moods, and creative branding is because it speaks the language of feeling in an era overwhelmed by explanation. People are drawn to what makes them feel alive, expanded, and reflective. Your life should do the same. Stop measuring your progress only by what is easily explained. Some of your greatest breakthroughs will first appear as intangible shifts. A new confidence, a calmer response, a stronger sense of self, a brighter vision where there used to be fog. These are emotional color fields, energetic textures, silent revolutions. They matter. They are art in motion. As you watch colors spread across the canvas in this piece, let it remind you that momentum creates meaning. The brush does not ask for certainty before it moves. The palette knife does not apologize for leaving rough edges. The charcoal line does not need permission to be bold. Why should you? The modern creative spirit is about unapologetic authenticity. It is about stepping into your own aesthetic, your own rhythm, your own visual and emotional language. Trends may inspire, but truth sustains. That is why the most unforgettable art never chases validation. It channels conviction. Be the same with your dreams. Let your goals be textured with who you truly are, not who the world expects you to imitate. If your vision feels unconventional, that may be the very reason it is meant to stand out. Abstract art refuses the prison of literalism. It says that freedom itself can be the subject. It says that energy deserves form. It says that motion, tension, healing, ambition, and wonder can all exist in a single frame. So can your life. You are allowed to be many things at once. You can be healing and ambitious, soft and relentless, unfinished and extraordinary. The modern masterpiece is not the one with the cleanest lines. It is the one with the strongest presence. Presence is what turns a room. Presence is what captures attention. Presence is what makes people stop, feel, and remember. Cultivate that in your art and in yourself. Show up fully, even before you feel fully ready. Every iconic abstract painting carries a pulse, the invisible heartbeat of the artist's decision-making, emotion, and bravery. Your work, your voice, your journey should carry that same pulse. Let people feel your truth before they understand your process. Let your energy enter the room before your explanation does. This is the power of visual storytelling through abstraction. It bypasses logic and speaks directly to emotion. Motivation works best the same way. The deepest inspiration is not the kind that merely informs you. It is the kind that moves you. So today, let this be your reminder that your life does not need to resemble anyone else's blueprint. Your timeline can be asymmetrical. Your healing can be layered. Your success can come in color palettes no one predicted. Some seasons may look monochrome, but monochrome has elegance. Some days may feel like high contrast black and white, but contrast creates drama, and drama creates focus. Other days will arrive in neon confidence, metallic ambition, fluid gold hope. Let them all belong. A professional artist understands that coherence is built over time, not demanded at the beginning. The viewer often sees the beauty before they understand the structure. Trust that your life is also becoming coherent in ways you cannot yet fully see. The empty spaces matter as much as the painted ones. Negative space in modern abstract composition gives breadth, tension, and sophistication. In life, your pauses do the same. Rest is not absence. Reflection is not weakness. Silence is not stagnation. These are compositional choices in the architecture of greatness. If everything is noise, nothing becomes focal. Learn where to place stillness. Learn when to let a single bold move say more than 100 frantic gestures. This is the trendy discipline of less and more, the intentional balance between minimalism and impact. Sometimes one gold line across a field of muted gray says more than an entire crowded canvas. Sometimes one brave decision changes the emotional temperature of your entire future. Be willing to make that line. Be willing to become the accent color in your own story. In today's world, creativity is no longer optional for those who want to lead meaningful lives. Creativity is how we adapt, heal, innovate, and inspire. Abstract art is a perfect metaphor for this because it shows us that originality is not found by copying outcomes, but by trusting process. No two pours of resin flow the same way. No two palette knife textures crack identically. No two human journeys unfold in matching compositions. Stop comparing your rough draft to someone else's framed masterpiece. You are still in the studio phase of your becoming, and the studio is sacred. It is where the mess earns its meaning. It is where experimentation gives birth to style. It is where confidence is built through repetition, not perfection. Every modern creative trend worth following was once considered strange, risky, or ahead of its time. Remember that whenever your vision feels misunderstood, sometimes the world calls it abstract simply because it has not yet caught up to your perspective. Keep creating anyway. Keep becoming anyway. The brushstroke that feels too bold today may become tomorrow's signature style. The idea that feels too different may become the very thing that defines your channel, your brand, your voice, your life. Creative Vibes Only ** is more than a title. It is a philosophy. It is a declaration that your energy deserves expression, that your dreams deserve form, and that your inner world deserves color. Every swipe of paint across this modern canvas is a reminder that movement defeats fear. The moment you create, fear loses authority. The moment you begin, doubt loses volume. The moment you trust your own eye, your own emotion, your own instinct, the masterpiece begins choosing you as much as you are choosing it. That is why motivational abstract art is so powerful for today's audience. It doesn't preach in rigid lines. It awakens in emotional landscapes. It allows each viewer to find their own courage hidden inside the textures. Maybe someone sees hope in the gold. Maybe someone sees resilience in the rough black streaks. Maybe someone sees rebirth in the blooming gradients of violet and coral. The meaning changes, but the emotional truth remains. Beauty can emerge from uncertainty. Strength can emerge from fragmentation. Purpose can emerge from what once felt directionless. Your life is proof of this. Every challenge you survived added a new medium to your palette. Every setback expanded your contrast range. Every quiet comeback added depth to your composition. You are not behind, you are layering, you are not lost, you are exploring form, you are not failing, you are discovering texture. This is the language of the modern artist, and it is also the language of transformation. So the next time your vision feels messy, do not erase it too quickly. Study it, rotate it, reframe it. Add one more layer. Sometimes the breakthrough is hidden beneath the urge to quit. Sometimes the elegance appears only after the tension. Sometimes the canvas needs contrast before it can reveal brilliance. Life is no different. Your hard seasons may be creating the very depth that makes your future magnetic. Trust the shadows, trust the pauses, trust the unfinished edges. In the world of trendy abstract visuals, what captivates us most is not perfection but emotional atmosphere. Atmosphere is what lingers. Atmosphere is what creates memory. Create that in your work and in your life. Build environments, routines, and mindsets that support your highest expression. Let your room, your playlist, your desk, your morning ritual, your visual world all become part of your creative frequency. Artists do not wait for inspiration. We design for it. We curate conditions where inspiration can arrive. You can do the same with your goals. Make your life a studio for possibility. Fill it with textures that remind you who you are becoming. Let every day contain at least one brave stroke, one intentional color, one meaningful gesture toward the person you are designed to be. The world is moved by those who create from truth, not those who perform from fear. So create boldly, live abstractly, trust deeply, And remember that not all masterpieces are meant to be understood at first glance. Some are meant to be felt over time, discovered in layers, and loved for the mystery they preserve. That includes your journey. That includes your purpose. That includes the person you are still becoming. Here on Creative Vibes Only Asterisk, we celebrate the modern art of becoming, trendy, fearless, textured, emotional, and unapologetically original. So keep moving, keep layering, keep evolving, and let your life become the most motivational abstract masterpiece you have ever created.